Eggs. Eggs. And more eggs. Okay guys, so here's how I basically process and hard boil my farm fresh eggs, because if you've ever had a farm fresh egg, you know how hard it is to freaking boil them and peel them. So I've just kind of given them a quick little rinse, and I'm going to take, just so I can show you, 3 sorry, I'm just getting over a cold. 3 eggs. I'm going to puncture the top, the big end of the egg, because there's a big air bubble up there. And 3 of them I'm going to leave just regular plain. So I'm going to boil them both and see what works the best. Some people say add vinegar, which I have found it just softens the shell to the point where the shell is just super soft and it doesn't really do anything. Salt doesn't really do anything. These eggs, all of these are within the last maybe 3 or 4 days. So they're super, super fresh. So 3 of them, I'm going to poke a hole in the end, just with a little push pin. So I'm just going to go poop. So pop a little hole, tiny little hole. And I think that tends to work the best. You just pop a little tiny hole in that air pocket, and when it's done boiling, so here's what I'll do. I'll add all 6 eggs to the pot of water. It's cool. It's not hot yet. No flame quite yet. We're in the travel trailer today because we're at the property. I'm going to pop a hole in 3 of them. 3 of them I won't. And I'm going to bring the water up to temperature and then time it for 3 minutes. I only hard boil my eggs for 3 minutes at a time. So I'll show you what happens. So I've got 2 more that I'm going to poke holes in. It's just going to be random, and show you what happens. Okay, so it's been exactly 3 minutes. I'm going to turn off the gas, and I'm going to let it sit probably for maybe 10 minutes, just enough so I can drain the water out of it and then pull the eggs out by hand. So I don't want to burn my fingers, and it seems like about 10 minutes is key. So I'll pop the lid, and we'll see what happens. So you can already see that egg, and that egg have had the holes popped in the end. So those 3, they're really easy to spot. So we're just going to leave it sit, and I'll be back. Okay, so it's been about, I don't know, about 10 minutes probably. Yeah, I'm eating popcorn. So I'm going to add nice cold water from the tap, and I'm just going to hold on. I'm going to dump the boiling water to the side. There we go. And then add some cold water to the eggs, just long enough so I can grab them. So about 10 minutes on the stove after they stop boiling is pretty close to the point where I can grab them by hand. So here's one that was not punctured. That one's punctured because you can see the egg coming out the back. I think that one was punctured. Not punctured. Not punctured. And this one, I just saw the end come out. You can see the hole. So that one was punctured. So I'm going to put them in some nice cold water coming out of the well. And I'll let you know how it turns out when I start peeling them. Okay guys, so I'm going to try to get these shells off the eggs. So I did put a little bit of snow in there just to lower the temperature of the water a little bit, because you want to shock them. You want to try to get the water temperature down as fast as you can. So my hope is that the eggs are still a little bit warm. So here's one. that I poked a hole in. And I'm going to try to do them as consistent as I can. So, oh, look how good that's peeling. Okay, so that one's peeling pretty smoothly, pretty clean. So here's one that I did not poke a hole because you can't see the hole in this one, so I did not poke a hole. So I'm going to try to peel them as even as I can. So, oh, yep, already. So the membrane, when you have a store-bought egg, they sit in the cooler for a while, and the gas builds up between the shell and that membrane. And the farm fresh eggs don't. Oh, see, that one is just peeling. It's peeling the white off a lot. Okay, so I'm going to try another one that I poked a hole in the top. Let's see if I can find... Oh, that one. So I poked a hole in the top of that one. Oh, and it's peeling so good again. So I've seen a lot of people do a lot of different techniques, whether it's salt, boil them for 15 minutes. I only boil mine for 3. Okay, so that one did peel the backside of it off a little bit, but mostly it looks pretty good. So I think I poked a hole in that one. Here's one I didn't poke a hole in. Oh, and immediately it started peeling. And I'm going to try really hard. Oh, yeah. I'm going to try super hard to do them as even as I can. And this one is even peeling the white away from the egg or from the shell. So I'll peel a couple of them. I'm going to do, I'll peel them like I normally would, evenly. Okay, and then I'll put them aside. So that was... Okay. So here's the one I poked a hole in, here's the one I didn't, and here's the other one I didn't. Oh, that one's just a nightmare. Okay, so you guys can obviously see, this one I did not poke a hole in the end, okay? This one, I didn't poke a hole in the end of this one, and it's pretty rough. This one I did, and it's pretty smooth. That one looks not too bad. This one's pretty smooth. It's not too bad. This one, I did have a little bit on the back side, but it's not terrible. So I have a poked hole and a non-poked hole. So we have 2 left. This is the poked hole. So I'm just going to peel it like I normally would and rinse it, and it's pretty good. This one didn't poke a hole. And I'm going to peel it as fast as I did the other one. And, oh, and it's, yep, it's sticking really bad. And honestly, guys, I don't want to waste any of these eggs. So I'm trying to give it an honest effort as much as I can. And it's just, yeah, this whole backside is completely stuck. So, showing you the difference, if you very simply, and I'll go over it, very simply take your eggs, put them in a cool pot of water, bring it up to boil them for 3 minutes, shut the heat off. Let them sit for 10 minutes, and then drain the hot water off, put cool or cold water, and this time I put ice, well, it's snow, but you guys can put ice cubes or whatever you want in them. And let it sit for another maybe 10 minutes. it makes a huge difference. If you poke a hole in the big end of that egg, this one turned out not so bad versus no holes poked. So if you have farm fresh eggs, that's what I do. Wanted to show you the difference, and hopefully you guys can do that technique. It works out very well. Okay, so what do we do with hard-boiled eggs when they are done? We make egg salad sandwiches. So there's the other eggs that I haven't done anything with yet. These two were the just regular hard-boiled, and these two were the ones I poked a hole in the end. So our super awesome neighbor Brian did some pickled beets this year. So we're going to throw we're going to throw 3 of the decently peeled eggs in the beet juice. So he canned a bunch of beets, he pickled them, and they're freaking delicious. Thank you, Brian. So I'm going to put them in the beet juice, and they're going to be like pickled eggs. If you guys have never had pickled eggs, you are missing out. So these are glorified pickled eggs because they're in beet juice. So the next clip is going to be, they probably sat in the beet juice for maybe 2 or 3 days. So, and they are so yummy. So hope you guys can take this to heart and try them and enjoy. Holy mackerel, guys. It is so bright. It's 46 degrees. And I've done all my chores, checked all the eggs, done everything I needed to do. Hope you guys learned a little bit about the peeling farm eggs, because seriously, I've tried everything to make it work great, and this seems to work the best. The vinegar, it does not work at all for me. I mean, I've tried it a couple times with a high dose of vinegar and a very small dose of vinegar, and it just seems to like disintegrate the shell, make it really soft, but it still sticks. So I'm outside in my Under Armour because I had my sweater on this morning because it was freaking cold, and I'm in my comfy pants and I'm hot. So enjoy the puffy hair, folks. That's my hairdo for the day because it is warm and I'm loving it. So hope everybody has a great spring. I just came back from chopping some wood and now my back hurts, so I'm getting in the hot tub. Have a great day, folks.